Saw you paint a picture of a face.
Hello, my name is Shalay. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we discuss all things spirituality, multidimensionality, and even extraterrestrials. And that was Amani Jen's attempt to try and niche herself. Today, I literally needed to get out of the house. It's so funny because when I was like working in my job, I was craving having days alone to myself. I was like, oh my God, all I want is just to work from home. I'm going to be so motivated. Honestly, like working from home, it has its benefits. Do not get me wrong. And I absolutely love it. And I would not go back, but there's just something about like needing to be in an environment that is not my house that makes me more productive when I'm there. Like when I go to the cafe, I literally will get a whole day's worth of work done in like 2 hours. All right, I'm gonna go before it gets busy in there.
At least I wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway.
I'm just making some pancakes. I honestly didn't spend a long time at the cafe, which is really unusual for me. Usually when I'm there, I get into the zone. I'm like in the frequency of it. I am traveling to Bali in a couple of weeks, so there are actually things that I need to get done, and I am notorious for leaving things to the very last minute. Like the fact that I have like 2 weeks to like prep, I'm just like, I've got time until it's like the night before and I've done shit all and I'm like pulling an all-nighter to get it all done. What I wanted to talk about is something that keeps coming up in the programs that I'm running at the moment. I'm literally having a conversation about this same thing with somebody right now, with a friend of mine, and it just made me really inspired today to actually talk about this concept, because one of the things that I struggled with the most was living for a potential outcome of the future, or living for the manifestation, the dream life, the vision. It all started back when I had my spiritual awakening. You know, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do in this space. How did my soul actually want to express? So, you know, I went on my spiritual awakening journey and I ended up coming across a teacher who taught people how to actually tap into their psychic abilities and do readings on people and healing. It's funny because I never actually wanted to do that as a service, but then saw everyone else doing it and I was like, oh, maybe I should do it as well. You know, I'm good at it. I know how to do it now, blah, blah, blah. So I went on this journey of like manifesting that readings business. You can watch the video here to actually hear about the story. I remember through that process of manifesting that readings business, I kept saying to myself, once I get this, I'm going to be happy. Once I get this, everything's going to be good. Cut forward to the actual manifestation of that business, I was like, oh my God, I've done it. Like you reach this like pinnacle, this high, it's like this moment of euphoria, and then it all comes crumbling down. I have this moment of, this isn't enough. This isn't actually what I wanted. This isn't what I was here for. I've been working so hard to make this happen. I've made it happen, and now I don't want it. This was due to two things. So one, because I wasn't actually following my soul purpose. So I've literally spent so much time on trying to figure out, you know, what my soul actually has come here to do, what my soul purpose is. And honestly, I created a masterclass all about like never being confused about your soul purpose again, because it is such a waste of time to be in that frequency. If you struggle with soul purpose, I highly, highly recommend the masterclass so that you're not just stuck in this never ending, what am I here to do? What am I here to do? Because truth is, everybody knows what their soul purpose is. That masterclass dives into all of that. And then another aspect was I was living for an outcome of the future. I was living for my manifestations, which basically means that I wasn't living in this moment. I wasn't happy with my current reality and I wasn't happy within, because ultimately it all comes back to your inner world. So within as without, so within, so as within, so without. That's not right. I am absolutely butchering that saying. What I'm trying to say is your internal world is reflecting your outer experience. It's so funny how we can really delude ourselves in the process of like getting to our manifestation, when we think this physical manifestation, whatever it is, this is what's going to make me happy. Then you get to that thing and then you're quickly on to the next. My umbrella is literally about to fly off. to be like influencer vibes right now. You know, I'm gonna make my pancakes. I'm gonna like stack them up, put some strawberries and maple syrup on it and make it look real cute. It took a moment to myself and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't eat pancakes like this. This is literally what I do. I have strawberries, I have my maple syrup. I cut my strawberries, chuck it on. I don't even use a knife and fork. Chuck some maple syrup on there, bottoms up. It's a real mission because then I'm like managing the pancakes on the stove. And I'm like on a mission as I'm trying to eat these pancakes.
I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same.
That was rude. Jeez. I'm honestly having one of those days where I just can't do anything. The thing is, I'm really, really self-aware. This is what I teach in my program, MDL. It's about mastering yourself. I'm sitting here going, okay, am I sitting here forcing myself to work on a Friday where I have time scheduled to work because I've been programmed by society to think that on a weekday I should work and I need to be productive? Or am I playing out this old habit of waiting to the very last minute to do something because I know that suddenly I have so much time to do something that I'm just like in the mindset of like, I've got time until it gets to like one day before and I'm like, holy shit, I do not have time. I feel like it's a bit of both, to be honest. It's just a little bit of everything playing out right now.
Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs all just for you. 3 of them I can't bear.
Apologies if you find this gross. It is kind of gross just to have your cat roaming around the food that you're making. I don't know, I've just never really cared about things like that. I've honestly just been feeling a little bit angry today and just a little bit all over the place. My emotions are a bit like, oh. I did some yoga to get back into my body. I'm seeing friends tonight, so I also like want to show up in good energy for them. It'll be good to see people. I've honestly not seen people for the longest time. I've kind of isolated myself because I was just feeling called to hermit for a little while. Yeah, energy's a little bit funny, a little bit off today. Just been a bit all over the place. Oh my goodness, I actually cannot believe what has happened to this day. The day started off so beautiful. I'm not kidding. Melbourne has 4 seasons in a day. Like, look at it outside. It's so rainy and sad. I don't know if you can see that. I honestly wish I got a shot of it in the morning just to give you the contrast. Like, you actually don't even know what to wear on a day because you have to prep for all 4 seasons.
Give you the world like I promised I would.
You know how before I was like, oh, I don't know if this is just me, you know, just procrastinating because I know I have time, or if this is the wound of I need to work and be productive playing out. Yeah, I literally just fucking took a moment with myself and I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where is this coming from? And I realized that I was creating from a place of, I feel like I should be creating content. I feel like I need to be consistent on Instagram and all of these like platforms in order to like continue to grow. And again, this like unintegrated behavior where I'm acting from an unaligned place. I'm doing what I think I should be doing rather than what I actually want to be doing. The reason I share this is because it's so normal. Like, this is the reality of following your intuition. This is the reality of unlearning learned behavior. It is this back and forth, and sometimes you are acting in a way that isn't in alignment to yourself. You are learning. You're learning to get out of that way of being. It literally is killing me right now to just stop and do nothing. But this is how I personally change the script. This is how I personally start changing my behavior. I think like the mindset work, the reprogramming work is one thing, but your actual actions throughout the day, who are you being? What are you choosing to embody? And it's okay, like I said, this is learned behavior, so we're going to go in and out of being our old selves as we step into our new selves. However, as soon as you have that realization, it's important to be like, nah, I choose to listen to what I know to be true. I choose to listen to only aligned action. This is how I experience the universe, and this is what I'm going to create, and this is what I'm going to be an example of for other people as well. I'm honestly just going to chill until my mates come over. That was the most bogan sentence I've ever said. I think I'm just going to chill out for a bit, yeah? My dog was just like... That was anticlimactic. I'm so sorry for wasting your time. I'm going to stop this here.